The Elizabeth line has now been open for more than a year, and recently, passengers can now travel directly from stations on the Shenfield branch to stations on the Reading and Heathrow branches. Now that the line is open, we can finally answer the question, how effective is the Elizabeth line?
One of the purposes of the Elizabeth line is to create a direct east-west route across London. The Central line behind me was before the Elizabeth line the most direct route. Yeah, most direct route across London. But recently it's become very congested. Pre-COVID, reaching 300 million passengers, making one of the busiest tube lines. The Elizabeth line is meant to relieve congestion on the Central line and provide a better service, faster service across London. Another purpose of the Elizabeth line is to provide better connectivity between Central London, Canary Wharf and South East London. The Docklands is particularly important because it's London's second financial district. The DLR and the Jubilee line are the only other two connections to Canary Wharf, making the Elizabeth line a much needed, very direct connection.
And without further ado, let's get started with this experiment.
Is that my shirt?
Yeah, your shirt is very nice.
And guess what?
Yes, look at those socks as well.
Oh,
look at me as
shirt.
well.
Yeah,
let's get that shirt as well.
Okay.
Right, you ready? Rock, paper, scissors to who gets the Elizabeth line. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
I get the Elizabeth line.
Okay, looks like I'm taking the Central line.
Yeah, alright. I shall see you at Liverpool Street then.
See you at Liverpool.
Bye. Bye. Right, off we go.
Looks like this is my train. I think the odds are in all the train spotting's favour right now, because I don't think I have a standing chance, but we shall see.
Oh, there's a freight train coming out of platform 4. It's just one class 66. What is this? There he goes. And he's off on the Central line.
And so I was off on the 92 stock of the Central line.
So the way this is going to work, ACT and I are essentially having a TfL race. I'm going to be taking the Central line from Ealing Broadway to Liverpool Street, and he's travelling from Ealing Broadway to Liverpool Street, but on the Elizabeth line. We're going to see who is faster, and I think we both know who the answer is, but also by how much. Forgot to check the starting time at Ealing Broadway, but my phone says it's 10:37 now, so I'm assuming it was around 10:34 when I left. We'll see how long it takes to get to Liverpool Street.
And here's my train. It's to Abbey Wood. It's quite a big gap. And first impressions here, it's rather busy. So you could say that some of the passengers are taking the Elizabeth line instead of the Central line. If you're interested in my timings, I left Ealing Broadway at 10:37 and Acton Main Line at 10:41.
The Central line also is the only line to serve both Westfields, adding to the pressure on the line.
I was stopping at more and more stations, leaving Paddington at 10:50, Bond Street at 10:52, Tottenham Court Road at 10:55 and Farringdon at 10:58. Oh, and did I mention that the train became emptier along the way? Just like that, we're already here at Liverpool Street. That was fast. Now let's make our way to the meeting point. I wonder how Northern Heights is doing. Now cut to him being stuck on the Central line.
The Central may be slower, but for a line running through some of the busiest stations in London, I was surprised to see how empty it was.
Welcome to the main line station. I went the wrong way. And we're here at the meeting point, and no Northern Heights to be seen. Now cut to Northern Heights being on a central line.
It's wackadoodle time. Gotta hurry. I mean, I don't think this is gonna make much of a difference, but I might as well try.
Kenton, Kennington, Fairlock, Farringdon, Myland, Branscourt, Maidaville, Barking, Parkside, Denton, Hammersmith, Vauxhall, Wembley Park, Tottenham, Hill, Wood, Oakwood, Woodgreen, Woodfield, Colliers, Wood End, then Croxley, Charing Cross, King's Cross, St Pancras, Brent Cross, Hampton Cross, Osterley. Oh, there you are! You are here! You've arrived!
Oh, finally. How long have you been waiting?
How long have I been waiting? What time is it? I don't even know.
11:11. Make a wish.
11:11. Surprisingly, like, I've only been here for about 6 minutes. I got to Liverpool Street Station at 11 on the Elizabeth line train. It took me about 5 minutes to get here.
Right. I ran up the escalator. No, Holland Park Station was closed, so that did improve my journey time by like 1 minute.
Wow. We're at Bond Street Station. It's time for round 2. We're going to be travelling to Canary Wharf Station. I'm going to be taking the Jubilee line, and Northern Heights is taking the Elizabeth line. But let's go.
Oh, right.
Let's go quickly, go.
Wait. I gotta untangle my tripod.
No, you gotta untangle the tripod here.
What's the time now?
Time, I have no idea, let me just check. 11:33.
The time now is 11:33. Run.
Go.
All I do is run.
This time I'm gonna try and beat Northern Heights on the Jubilee line. Next train's in 3 minutes. So once again, it seems like I run here for nothing.
A for Abbey Wood, B for Bear. I think I'm gonna go to Abbey Wood today. Train is in 3 minutes. Something I forgot to mention is that we agreed to meet on the DLR platforms at Canary Wharf Station. So that's where we're going.
It was my turn to ride on the sleek, shiny, new purple train.
Oh God. Oh God.
This train terminates at Stratford.
Look how busy it is. Yikes.
This is the train to Abbey Wood via Canary Wharf.
It's still rather busy.
This train.
I'm not sure if you guys can see, but the carriage behind me is absolutely jam-packed.
We're now pulling into Whitechapel Station, which of course means one more stop for me, but it's also the junction station for the Stratford and Woolwich branches of the Elizabeth line, again showing its amazing connectivity.
This station is London Bridge.
Look at all these people getting off. This train is almost empty.
It is now pulling into Canary Wharf. It is go time.
We are here, the final dash.
Change for the DLR.
I need to look for the Elizabeth line. I need to look for DLR actually.
Canary yellow escalators at Canary Wharf. I think I'm just gonna take a leisurely stroll on this one.
The answer is... I don't see him. In Northern Heights, I'm here.
Oh my god,
I'm
how
here.
is he already here?
I got here before you.
How did you still win?
I don't know.
Okay, I might have dawdled a bit.
Oh,
But
one
like,
was-
what time did you arrive on the Jubilee line?
I had no idea. Like,
Okay, I was like 11:52, 11:53. Oh, it's the same time then.
it was pretty much the same time.
Wait, when did you get on your train? Immediately?
No, I had to wait 3 minutes at Bond
Same.
Street.
I waited 3 minutes. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. This is an interesting end to the experiment.
After joys for some and tears for others, we headed off to Abbey Wood station for some final thoughts.
Hello.
We are at Abbey Wood station here to discuss what we have experienced today. Let's start with round one, shall we?
Right, so you won that by a long shot. But what time did your train leave Ealing Broadway and what time did you arrive at Liverpool?
So my train left at 10:37 and got to Liverpool at 11. Dead on 11.
Dead 11, okay. For me, I forgot to record the time that I left Ealing Broadway, but I think it was around 10:32 that my Central Line train left Ealing Broadway, and I arrived at around 10 past 11. Now round two.
Round two. So this time you took the Elizabeth line. What time did you leave the Elizabeth line on Street?
Then it must have been 11:37.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
So we pretty much left Bond Street at the exact same time.
Yeah, but you still got to Canary Wharf first. How did I lose twice?
I arrived at Canary Wharf at 11:53. I think I underestimated how fast the Jubilee line was.
Let's compare how busy each route was. So let's do Central versus Elizabeth line first.
So my train at Ealing Broadway was rather busy. There were quite a lot of people at the platform, and there was quite a few people standing. However, by the time I got to Tottenham Court Road, it seemed that half of the passengers had just left.
The Central line was actually really empty. Like, we picked up more passengers as we went along, of course, as we got closer to Zone 1. But after White City, the passenger numbers remained consistently empty, consistently low, I mean. We forgot to mention today is a bank holiday, which means people are travelling into London just for fun more. But even so, I thought I'd have way more people on the Central line. Yeah, it shows that the Elizabeth line has done what it's designed for.
So how was the Elizabeth line from Bond Street to Canary Wharf?
Between Bond Street and Tottenham Court Road, just like you, the train was extremely busy. But after Tottenham Court Road, the train was actually quite, not empty, but it's like you described, how there were really not that many people standing.
From Bond Street to Waterloo, it was really busy as well. Like, I had enough room to hold my recording devices, but there were a lot of people standing in my carriage. But after Waterloo, it seemed like everybody emptied out. And by the time I got to, say, London Bridge, there were like barely half the seats were full. But I thought that the speed of the Elizabeth line will definitely make your journey faster than the Jubilee line.
Yeah, no, I had so much confidence that I was gonna win. I got humbled so hard when I saw you at Canary Wharf station. I was like, how are you there? I just didn't get that. Yeah. Overall though, I think if you'd slowed down and I'd sped up, that's around the same journey time for both routes between Bond Street and Canary Wharf.
So, overall, how effective is the Elizabeth line? Well, I think that the Elizabeth line is indeed a very important piece of infrastructure towards London's rail network as well, because it might not decrease journey times by that much, but the comfort that you get, especially on the class 3, 4, 5 trains, I think it's a lot better than the narrow, deep level tube trains that we experience on the Jubilee and Central lines.
So in conclusion, Elizabeth line, 1 year on, it rules.
Yes. So if you enjoyed this video, please give a like and subscribe to my channel and also to Northern Heights channel as well. And I shall see you in the next video.
One more race.
One more race.
Race home.